Okay, in this lecture I'll continue working on the website, and specifically I'll be adding a navigation menu so that the user can easily navigate through the pages. Let me illustrate the idea first. First I'd like to execute what we have so far. So Python script 1. So the application is running, and if you go to your browser, your local host, the default port is 5000, and this is the website. And we also have two pages here, about page. Good. So about page and home page. Now what I'll be building in this lecture is this thing here. I have a screenshot. So the home page, the about page, home page, the about page. So what we have is a navigation menu here, which if you click one of these texts here, you'll go to the specific page. And we also have a heading. And something you should notice now, which is important to notice, is that this part here is the same in both pages. That means we will add this part here, the code of this part, in each HTML page. How does it sound? Well, it doesn't sound very smart to me. A smarter way to do this would be to actually create a separate HTML page for this part here, and then link the about page and the home page to this page. So that's what we'll be doing in this lecture. So we need to have the HTML code for this header here and the navigation menu. And I already have that code, so I'll not go and type down all the HTML code here, alright. But I'll explain to you what the HTML does. So first of all, I'd like to actually double click this and just show it locally. So we're not running this on a server. I just double clicked it. So we have the header here and the navigation menu, which if you click you don't go anywhere because we haven't yet linked the layout.html page with the about and the home page. And as you can see, I put this inside the templates folder. So every HTML page goes to the template folder. So what we have here is we have the document declaration and we have the HTML tags then, closing here. Then we have a header element, and this contains a div here, and we'll be using this class name later to refer from our CSS code. Then we have a function here which says URL for, and what this does is that this will trigger the home function, the Python function, which we have here. So this one here. This function will be triggered when the home link will be clicked by the user. So this one here. And so the same for the about. So when the user clicks about, the Python function will be executed and the about.html file will be rendered through the render template method. So I hope that is clear. If you're lazy like me and you don't want to type every line of this file, you can find this file in the resource section, which is on the right of the screen. Now we need to figure out a way to link this layout.html file with the home and the about.html pages. I'll quickly go back to how the page looks like. And so as you see here, we have the header, and just down the header we have the about.html page. So just here. That means just under the header we will enter some code that will link to the home.html page or the about.html page, depending on what the user will click. And so we'll have a div division here, closing it. And I'll give it a class name so that I can refer later to the CSS code. Then you have curly brackets. So that's the syntax, and you also have to use %sign there. Then you write the block tag, and then you give a name to the block. And what we're doing here is actually template inheritance. So the layout.html page, which we are modifying right now, is a base template. The child template will be the home.html page or the about.html page. And these child templates will fill in this block here. And there is another line inside curly brackets and percentage signs as well. That is the end block keyword, which indicates the end of the block. And we are done with the layout.html page. What I'll do here is go to panes and split the window right. So I have the layout.html page here, close it here. And I'll go to the home.html now. And because this will be a child template, I don't need the declaration here and the HTML tag. And I don't even need the body tag. I'll replace this with a div. And let's say class equals home. And close it here. And delete this too. And what you have to do now is use the templating syntax again, like that. And use the keyword extends. And then you declare what you want to extend. So layout.html file. Then you also need another line. And here you need to specify the name of the block. So this needs to correspond with this one here. And so what's going on here? Well, let's go to the script, to the Python script. What happens is that when the user visits this URL, so the home page, or this one, let's say this one, Python will execute the home function, because the home function is mapped to this URL. And the home function will render the home.html template. So Python will go to the home.html page and it will see that the home.html page extends the layout.html. So this one here. So what it will do is that it will send this code in this block in here, and then this page will be rendered in the home URL. So as simple as that. The user will see the layout.html page with its child content. So this is a base template, this is the child template. And we also have another child in this case, which is the about.html. So let me bring this here. And I'll just copy this and put this here and this as well. Ctrl C and yeah. Make sure you have saved all the files and this one. Yep. And let's take a look if the app is running. Yeah, it looks live. And I'll go to the home page. Yeah, looks good. We have home and about. Let's go to about link. Yep. We seem to have lost the heading here, the format of this line. Let's have a look at the about page. Yeah, I forgot to close the div here. Save again. Go to the browser. Reload. And it's fine. So that's about it. I hope things are working on your side. If not, please feel free to ask a question. Or you can even check my files, which I am putting in the resource section on the right of your screen. And yeah, I think our application is ready for more. So let's move on and see you in the next lecture.